Welcome back to our tutorial series. In these videos, we will customize the design with lettering tools. You can select lettering tool here. A new tab will show up on object properties. We can insert text here. You can press enter for the line breaks. You can select fonts for your text here. We have two main options for the fonts. You can see the red symbol here. These fonts are included with the software. These fonts are designed and optimized for embroideries. Now we move down on the list. You can see this blue symbol right here. These fonts are default and installed fonts on your computers. These fonts haven't been optimized for embroideries. This software can convert the font for embroidery, but sometimes the font don't work properly on final results. You can select the red font here, and after selecting your fonts, check the preview button here. And we click on the create text button here. Sorry, I misclicked. We click on the buttons, then click on any areas on the designs, and you can see the final result here. You can drag this around to fit inside the bot. You can edit the text with the option here from sizings. You can insert text height here. You can change the fonts again. For example, this one. You can curve your text with baseline, the baseline here. You can use the default and pre-made options. I will change the color so you can see easier. We have other option, but and you can try it around. These are main option to edit the whole text. You can select lettering art here or remove it with the buttons. I don't use lettering much because I usually create text from fill and outline objects. That is for the lettering tool. I have to change this last object to connect the jump. Moving to this text object here, this is a whole shape which you can adjust character individually. For example, you can move the W away from the I. In order to adjust each letters, I will paste to a new tab so you can see easier. For example, I would like to move the W here. Right click on this object and break apart. We have separated this text into two different lines. Now we can move each line individually. I will keep breaking apart here. Now I have six new objects which are six letters and I can move each one individually by breaking text apart. You can adjust start and end point, adjust setting or underlay for each letter. Remember to break apart if you would like to adjust further settings. Otherwise, they are all for one. I will increase the text bigger. That's it. That is the lettering tool for this one, okay? Moving to a new tool here, I would like to introduce blending tool. Now I will need an object, for example, maybe this shape here, the green bot. I'm selecting the bot here. Blending tool only work with tatami fields. However, we have to edit angle for the bot first. I'm using 0 degree now for reasons because I could like the gradient go from bottom to top. So which means that should be zero angle, isn't it? Now we select the bot again, then go to blending tools. We have some option here. We have the top layer, a new layer will show up with accordion effects. Bottom layer is our selected object. We utilize the last option, constant profile here. For the top layer here, I will change it to a darker color with exponential profiles. Click on the OK button here. This is used for blending or gradient effect in embroideries. However, I never use it too, and I do not recommend using it. In order to edit the blending here or change the colors, you will have to ungroup this object. Before that, you will have to change back the color and choose profile in blending tools. Now we can edit the gradient effect here in object properties. However, delete the gradient. I will show you a faster way. Select the object, backtrack or repeat. It will create the same object right below our selection object. Or you can copy and paste the objects and drag it below our selection objects. There is a line show up because of the backtrack tool. The new layer here must be tatami to use accordion effects. Now we can click on the accordion effect here and that's it. Now we can change the colors. Maybe this one or any color at your preference. You might see a lot of messy threads show up here. You can use the sharp punto effect to remove it. Default thread color doesn't have much option for visualizations. If you need to show up the digital file, my recommendation is switching to another thread brand. I'm not a perfectionist, but I need to find a good color for gradient effect here. For example, this one dance. You might see some messy thread show up here, but we can just click on the sharp punto effect here to remove it. And that's it. This is still gradient effect blending with fewer steps. You can check out other profile here. Click on this effect button to switch to effect tab. We have other profile here for accordion effects. I usually use the two options. We can adjust the spacing here. The mean should be 0.5. And for the mark, it depends on your designs. However, you have to understand about this gradient effect. It adds more layer on top of selected objects. As a result, there will be thread overlap, and the threads are tight when the mean spacing is low. The part now might have 4 to 5 overlap layers, which can thicken your fabric, increase chain for needle and thread breakage. You can increase the mean input to avoid the problem, maybe 0.8. That's it for blending tool and accordion effect along with the Chaputo effects. We don't have to add gradient to this design. It is up to you. We can add accordion effect to other objects as well. I will keep using backtrack, but you can copy and paste or repeat. This way is faster than using blending tool. This color look good, right? I have told you about changing angle before using blending tool, right? Because this shape angle is 90 degrees, I will change it to 0. Because I want it run from bottom to top in a vertical way. I can change the profile here. And that's it. You don't have to change the base layer white face by using this way for gradient effects. I will do a few more examples. Change the angle for blending layers. Now we move to the profiles. Change to the same color as previous blending. From top to bottoms. Adjust the spacing here. If you would like to run this, make sure you combine the blending together and set connect the run for them. Blending and gradient effect can improve the design appearance significantly. It adds more complicated look to the designs. However, I'm not going to use accordion effect for small designs. You can also change the angle of object with accordion effects. I will change the angle to 45 degrees. You can combine other effect with accordion effect too. And that's it for this videos. We have covered lettering, blending, accordion effect, and sharp puntos. I will see you in the next practice with another new tools. I will see you in the next videos. Goodbye. This is the first review of the designs. We have some jump stitch which are very easy to trim. We have about 5 jump stitch in totals. Overall look good. However, we have a minor problem here. We can fix this gap by increasing and dragging the green ball to the left side. After completing this course, you will be able to use advanced techniques to create this type of design with greater precision and neatness. I will see you in the next videos. Goodbye.